Hello and welcome to the video with me, Winner Andrew, with another video of Weekly Andrew, in which I honestly still haven't really done very much this week. And when it comes to anime, I don't really have much to talk about, considering I don't really feel like talking about any of the new anime that's airing this season yet, considering basically just only had the first episodes and everything so far. Sure, there's probably some that I could talk about, but I don't really care enough right now. So, yeah, the only thing I actually have for anime this week is a couple of Cuckoo's anime that I honestly don't have very much to talk about, but yeah, it's the only thing that actually ended from the previous season this week. Last two anime into next week, so I guess I have at least two to talk about next week. But I also have lessons I'll have to go over later as well, so yeah, just go ahead and let's get started on a couple of cuckoos for here first here, in which yeah, it really wasn't anything special at all. That is for sure. And personally, I do think the first half of the anime was better than the second half, considering when she got to the second half, it kind of just got a bit boring for me and just bland in general, with nothing really happened besides a stupid fake brother plot that's never got resolved and shit. So, yeah, I really don't have much to talk about here for this. To be honest, the whole plot of it is kind of interesting, but it really goes nowhere at all, and also fuck Hiro. Considering, yeah, she really doesn't really have much of a place in this besides just dragging things out longer, I think. That's the only purpose she's actually serving in this entire anime. But yeah, I don't have anything else to actually say. So, yeah, that's anime done already. So, moving on to Lessons in Love, which, yeah, I only got 25, version 25 part 2 done, and 26 part 1 did get released this week. So, yeah, I still have to go over 20, play what was added in 26 part 1. So, yeah, go ahead and do that sometime this next week, hopefully, which, considering everything that's actually happened in this in 25 part 2, I'll probably actually get myself around to doing that, considering, yeah, a lot happened in 25 part 2 here. So, this update had 4 events for Makoto, 5 for Notica, 3 for Haruka, and 3 for Maki. Also 5 for Yatsu. Accidentally skipped over there. So, yeah, got all those events there. And yeah, I'm just going kind of just go in order and everything, considering kind of forced to anyways. So yeah, first off, you have to do Yatsu's events basically, which apparently Yatsu was abandoned by her god or something. So yeah, person considering things going on, that I kind of think that the reason is probably due to the fact that she was masturbating or something. I'm not exactly sure. It's not very clear, but that's what my guess is of why she was abandoned by her god, if that actually happened or not. So, yeah. Yatsu is crazy and everything as normal still, if not more crazy. So, yeah. After that, we finally get to the whole main thing, which is long chain of events basically connecting all the others, which is basically all the other events combined into this chain event here, which starts off with Notica, kinda going crazy again, I guess. But I'm just mostly ignoring that, considering the only thing that's really interesting there is the fact that that one weird girl shows up again that we still don't know the name of, so yeah, just going to skip over that for now, considering, well, it's happened a few times before, not much reason to mention it here, so yeah. The main thing, though, Notica blackmails Yumi. Yeah. Which of course causes Yumi to show up the next day and beat her up and everything, which completely reinforces the fact that everyone's view of her being a complete delinquent and everything, which was most likely a part of Notica's plan with this. She knew Yumi was going to do this the next day and beat her up and didn't even put up any kind of fight at all to make everyone else actually hate her. despite the fact that she has actually been improving and kind of opening up to everyone. Yeah, I really don't like Notica. Now after that, but then she is basically just the gender bent version of Sensei, basically, except possibly worse than Sensei. So, yeah. Personally, I kind of like to believe that there's at least some kind of good in Sensei, but that's basically just a hope that there is actually something there. So, yeah. Sensei's not a very good person. And Notica's basically just a gender bent version of him. So, yeah. But after the whole thing with Yumi beating up Notica and getting dragged out of the classroom to the principal's office and everything, literally right after it, Makoto, the class president there, gets called to the office to learn that her father is dead and has been dead for 2 months. Yeah, that's two things in a row happening there. Wonder what's going to happen next. But yeah, this whole thing with Makoto's father dying was actually done pretty well considering, well, somehow Syllabus managed to set this up so well to the point that made this whole thing emotional enough that it actually got me to tear up. And I don't very tear up very often over stuff like this, to be honest. And keep in mind, Makoto's father is a background character that we have never seen before, and he's only really been mentioned by Maki mostly as jokes and about him fucking aliens and everything. Yeah, and somehow Celebus managed to make the death emotional, but I'm pretty sure that's basically entirely on Makoto being basically destroyed about that. So, yeah, two things bad happen in a row. What's going to be the third thing? The only other male character we know of dying? Well, kinda, but no. Considering it does have to do with Haruka's husband, but he's actually alive, considering that's actually worse for Haruka. Considering the whole situation she's in. Yeah. So at least there's one male character in the backgrounds that we'll never see that's actually still alive, I guess. That's kind of nice, maybe? Whatever. But seriously, I'm pretty sure we're never going to see him. And maybe we'll actually die at some point in the future. I'm not exactly sure. But, yeah. Nautica blackmailing Yumi, and then Yumi going on to beat up Nautica the next day, Makoto's father dying, Haruka's husband being alive. All that's happening the same day, basically. And also, after all that, the next day when we're kind of dealing with everything going on and everything there, we end up seeing Corinne, one of Rin's mothers. One of them. So I guess she's probably going to be one of the next side characters that gets introduced, and probably the other mom as well. So, yeah, I'm going to take a guess they're probably the next two side characters get introduced. Considering I'm pretty sure in 26 Part 2, we are going to be getting character events for Toka's mom and her and Toka's little sister. So we're kind of going in towards Toka's family when it comes to stuff there now. So it wouldn't be surprising if we end up getting some of Rin's family now as well. So, but yeah, all that stuff happened in a day, basically. And yeah, Makoto's completely super depressed and everything now, and well, Ami is apparently the one to help her out and everything, which kind of makes sense considering misery loves company and everything, and everything things that Tommy's had to go through. So, yeah. Apparently they were going to be getting along at this point, despite the fact that they didn't really like each other. Well, at the very least, Ami didn't like Makoto, but she at least cares enough about her to help her through all this. And also another thing, Makoto. Last time she was this depressed, she jumped off to school before things got rerouted. Just before she did that, and I'm pretty sure, going by one of the things she actually said during all this, she still does actually remember that happening. Considering she basically said something along the lines of knowing that she cannot die. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the warnings from syllabus and everything to stop playing the game, those warnings that we got for over quite a bit of time in the game here, kind of should be taken seriously a bit. Considering I'm pretty sure Syllabus kind of self-inserted himself into Nautica during the whole blackmailing thing, and kind of broke the fourth wall without actually breaking the fourth wall. Considering Nautica was saying stuff of along the lines that actually kind of goes with that, and mostly saying something like, "You went past all of those warnings, and we're now here. So if you are still here, you are going to be here all the way to the end. And this is just the beginning of what I have in store for you." That's basically what I feel like Syllabus was kind of saying through Nautica there. So yeah, everything is going to start falling apart now, I guess. And things are going to be getting even worse, I guess. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't exactly have that much else to say here, I guess. But, yeah, other thing I guess I'll say. Yumi. She is a bit stacked, you know? Which is not something that we've ever actually realized, considering she kind of wears baggy clothes all the time. So we never got a chance to actually really notice that. And the only one in the whole class I think actually beats her out there is Futaba. Which kind of just, yeah. No one can really beat Futaba in the class in that department. And the only other character in the game I think that could possibly beat her there is Haruka. And maybe Toku's I think. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, not that many characters that are big and everything. But apparently Yumi's one of the bigger ones, which is a bit surprising to me. But yeah, Yumi's even better now, I guess. But yeah, basically done with Lessons in Love now. Next up, the thing is 26 Part 1 that I will be trying to do this next week, which has 4 events for Uta, 4 for Io, 3 for Futaba, and 2 for Karin. So, yeah. Don't know exactly how Uta and Io are kind of going to be end up getting tied to some stuff that's kind of going on, but yeah, probably not really going to be tons really related to all the stuff that happened in this update, but Futaba probably is going to be related to stuff going on. And Kairine, on the other hand, maybe considering she's basically the swim team's captain, and Yumi and Macado, Notica are all a part of the swim team, so that's basically over half the swim team gone currently. So, yeah. Maybe Kaiten will actually have some events that will be somewhat related to that stuff as well. Maybe. But yeah, that's lessons I've done for now. So yeah, Devious World's got an update this week. I haven't gotten around to it at this point, but I don't really feel the need to get to it immediately, considering I can basically do it at any time during the month until then before the next update, basically considering I finished everything in the game already, so I basically just have an entire month to get around to playing what's added in the update so far. Which, from what I can tell, there's not actually that much in this update due to some of Scuba's personal life or something, so not tons of it, but I think like the last 2 things that was added actually have a decent bit, but overall not that much compared to what is normally in an update, I think. And on to the next thing that I'm going to be talking about. Hearts of Iron IV had a free-to-play weekend on Steam. And yeah, I did play it a bit. So, yeah. Kind of noticed that cheats were actually a thing there. Kind of messed around with them for a bit. And yeah, I don't know exactly how, but I ended up having a massive fucking Navy and Air Force. And the only thing that's really was good that came out of the fact all that is I kind of real figured out how supplies work in the game. Considering all the bottlenecks and the supply lines and everything that I had to deal with. From the massive navy I had and everything. Considering, well, like 1,500 aircraft carriers and battleships. Seriously, I have no exact idea exactly how I ended up having that massive navy and air force, but for the most part, when it comes to the air force, I basically just got rid of everything there, considering I didn't know how to actually split the groups up into smaller ones easily so I can spread them out to different airports and everything. So, yeah, I basically just got rid of all the Air Force, all the planes and everything for the Air Force. And the Navy, I kind of just split up and spread out a bit. But yeah, the only good thing that really came out of all that was just me learning how supplies worked, which I guess will become somewhat useful at some point when I actually do eventually play the game and actually buy it and everything. So, yeah. Though I highly doubt I'll ever need to actually do the kinds of things that I need to do when it comes to supplies if I actually play the game normally. Considering I don't think you normally need like 100 supply hubs along your coastlines just to make sure you don't have any bottlenecks in your supply lines. So, yeah, I don't think that's something you normally need to do in the basic normal game. So, yeah. So yeah, I could technically play Hearthstone for whenever the fuck I want to, considering I kind of know of a way around Steam blocking the game on free-to-play weekends, considering, well, Steam launches the Paradox launcher, which you then launch the game from. Steam blocks the Paradox launcher, but not the game. So technically, you can just go into your file, go into the game files, and just access the game there. So yeah, technically I could play it still, but I don't. So, yeah, I don't exactly have much else to talk about to get to this point. Huh. But yeah, two anime next week, at the very least. Maybe one or two others for this season I may talk about. I'm not exactly sure. Going to try and do lessons in love. Not sure if I'll actually do Devious World or not. Hopefully I do actually get myself around to actually starting to do some streams again, considering I seriously want to get the story moved forward on Ni no Kuni Crossworld so I can actually start using the fucking teleport shit again. Considering it's seriously getting annoying not being able to go to the burning desert easily. Especially when I'm getting closer and closer to actually being in the witch's woods all the time. So, yeah. I think for the most part I'm getting closing in on the end of Ni no Kuni when it comes to level and everything, so I should be able to finish it within another month or two at the very least. And also my YouTube channel, I guess. I guess I can kind of talk about that a bit. Yeah. My channel is actually doing pretty well still. Apparently the whole YouTube's algorithm loving the third and fourth episodes of my Ottoman Empire series I'm doing currently. Apparently YouTube loving those two videos so much is actually kind of held my channel overall, considering I basically getting like double the views and the watch time and everything now. Which is very nice, actually seeing some actual growth for once. Considering if you look at like Social Blade or something for my channel for the future projections when it comes to subscribers was basically just straight line that's just gradually going up, and now it's an actual showing some actual growth for the future projections. The same for views, to be honest, though there was growth when it comes to views, and it's just larger now. So apparently, going by Social Blade, I have nearly 5,000 subscribers in 5 years. So yay! Ah, God. But it would seriously be nice if I can finally actually get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time needed to monetize videos so I can actually kinda make some fucking money from this shit. Considering, yeah. The amount of work I put into these videos, it'd be nice if I actually got some kind of money out of it, you know? Eh. Considering I have no doubt YouTube's spitting ads in my videos or something. Considering I'm pretty sure that's just something YouTube just does now, regardless of whether or not my videos are actually monetized or not. But yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and end the video here. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.